What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new tips and tricks video with your boy D-Rose. Today we're on Cypher and we're on the newly reworked Icebox. Let me know down below what you guys think of the new map and how your act rank is going so far, because mine is going terrible. But without further ado, this is D-Rose, and let's get straight into these Cypher setups on Icebox. Alright, so they have reintroduced Icebox into the new competitive map rotation, and I think it honestly received a buff for Cypher on attack. First up on defense, you want to buy 1 trip, 2 cages, and half shield. For your first trip, you want to come into kitchen, and right above these forks and spoons, you simply just want to throw your first trip right here, just like this. That way it'll cover anybody walking into 2. Next up, you can actually come here and simply just throw your cam right there. Just do a little jump throw, and this will give you any information on site, and even if anyone's planting. If you guys wanted to throw your one-way, line up against this little line right here and walk straight into it. Okay, you want to aim right at this black line where it meets the snow, right about in this general area, and then you simply just want to do a jump throw, and this will give you a nice little one-way. So make sure, just for video purposes, I'm just going to throw a bunch. So just line up this again, jump throw, just like that. And then with this setup, you can either play snowman, you can play top nest or whatever, but if anybody peeks yellow, you simply pop a one-way and they cannot see you. Just for reference, this is their POV. Alright, next up, we're going to be looking at full buy round setups. Alright, so for this round, you simply it's just another extension. You just want to place your first trip here. Again, do your jump spot with your cam. Now, with this one, with your last trip, you can either place one early here with a cage here, or if you didn't want to put one there, you can always put it on the edge of this container with 1 trip here. And with this setup, you want to play close to yellow, right? That way, if you need to, you can see if anyone's pushing here, pop it, get a free kill. Or if anyone's pushing backside of yellow, pop this, let them hit your trip and get another free frag. But then at the same time, you also still have information on mid here underneath tube and plant, and then you still have your trip for covering mid tube. And then if you wanted to, for another setup, place your cam in the same spot up here. This is a more aggressive setup. And instead of putting that trip mid, you can have someone holding mid, and you can just fully anchor down B site. Place 1 trip there, and both cages, right? 1 there and 1 there, and simply just play backside here by tower. You have information. They push here, pop your cage, get a free kill. If they go back yellow, pop your cage, let them hit the trip, and then you get another free kill. Now, if you really are confident and want to get super aggressive, you can come over here to the bottom of this container and place your cam right here. This gives you early information on B. So don't worry about the camera getting destroyed. But then simply, you can have one of your trips right here, and you can have your second trip right about here. Place a cage there and a cage here, and all you want to play with this one is just play back yellow. Get your early information if cam gets destroyed. They hit your trip, peek, get a kill. They hit your trip, peek, get another kill. It's pretty easy. Next up, moving on to A setups. Simply want to come into this corner, do a jump throw. This will give you information on plant or anybody pushing into site. Then for the first trip, you're going to want to place one right here, so it gets head level. And then for your second trip, you want to do the same thing over here and place it right here. This will give you any information if anyone's pushing main or if they're pushing through maze. And with this setup, you can either play back site or you can play top rafters. You don't want to throw your trips right away, so if you hear any enemies actually pushing onto A, you throw 1 cage here and then throw another cage here. They hit your first trip, pop it, get a kill. Or if they hit your maze trip, pop your cage and get a free kill. I prefer playing underneath only because for the sole purpose of if you are going to play this angle and peek, it's going to give you the advantage, because if you are playing up here with your cage and you want to swing off of it, there is a possibility that they could have someone playing belt or a nest to peek you and get you killed or get a trade on you. For this next setup, you're going to want to throw the same cam. So come into this corner right here, throw your trip or throw your cam. Then, obviously, as we know, there's going to be a barrier right around here. So as soon as the barrier ends, you're going to want to aim right about here-ish. And then you're just going to want to throw your trip. And then your second trip, you're going to have set up right about here. And with this one, you simply just want to play right here with a cage playing right here. Because then that way, if anyone is, you can just sit on cam. If anyone's pushing up, you can always use your cage here to get some free kills. Or at the same time, you can use this cage to rotate your little booty out of there. Then at the same time, playing this close angle right here. If they hit this far trip back here, you can place your cage and get a free frag right here. And before I show you this next setup, I want to make sure you guys stay right to the end, because I have a lot of good things coming for Cypher on attack on this map, as this map update really did buff Cypher on attack. For the next setup on A, this one's going to be a little bit harder to do, but you simply just want to place 1 trip there. And with this trip, you're going to want to pair it up with a cage right here. You're going to want to jump up on here on screens. Once a round starts, you're going to want to place your cam high up in this corner. place your one trip right here, and then simply just throw one of your trips right here. And you simply just want to be playing up here. Try to be fast with this, as the enemy is going to be pushing out belts, so just be wary of that. And simply with this setup, all you're going to be wanting to do, and simply just play after cam to give you early main info, and then also maze as well. And simply with this trip, hopefully you have another teammate on A. If you hit this trip, pop your cage, they won't be able to see you or kill you. And then next up, if they're pushing into maze, you can easily pop this to put a one-way for them, but then this also protects you if anybody's going to be swinging belt or nest. So then just play right here and hit your trip, and they get a free kill. All right, now like I said, we're moving on to flank holds. So usually Cypher mains usually can have to place 2 trips to hold flank on B, but with the new update, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait till barrier comes down, but you're going to want to come into this corner, go right on the edge right here, and simply hold flank with 1 trip. You always want to make sure it's at head level so no one can get underneath of your trips. Then you can also pair that up with a nice camera in mid. So you simply just want to come here and try to get a nice little jump spot right about here. And this gives you early information on mid or if anyone's pushing out of A. It also gives you information on the new window that they've added. All right, so a lot of the times on A, majority of Cyphers will put 1 trip here and 1 trip here. Personally, for me, I don't really like this setup because it allows enemies to fully push into this area. So if you have someone opping in belt right here, they can simply just get a free frag or even just walk all the way over here and have all of belt control. So what I like to do is I like coming over here right by yellow once the round starts, and I like to throw a little trip right here. This allows you any information early if anyone's trying to push into mid to flank you. And then you can come over here back onto B to place that same trip like I told you right about here. And this gives you information if anybody's pushing out B and out mid at the same time, and they have to actually pass the trips in order to come over here to get any frags on towards belt. And then if you really wanted to, for extra protection, you simply just want to come into this corner over here, do a little jump spot, and this camera gives you a little bit extra protection and security for holding mid and flank watch. All right, now moving on to attack cameras. Simply just, you can come over here and simply just throw your cam up right against this wall right here. And this will give you any information if anyone's playing close here or up in this area, general area right here. When it comes to playing on pipes, they actually have a few different ones. The first one is right here, just up against this little wall, this little angle. This will give you any information again on this close area, anybody playing close here, and this general area right here. Another nice cam is if you crouch jump, you can place your cam right here. This will give you any information if anyone's playing behind gen or in this little corner up here or top screens. And the last cam, you simply just want to crouch jump again and throw it right about here. And again, this gives you a little bit of rafters control, anyone playing up in nest, and then at the same time covers all of maze and this little corner and this little corner here. First up, for B on attack cameras, you simply just want to do a quick little jiggle, and then you just want to go like this. And this will give you any information if anyone's trying to play close up on you. For the next one, once you're on top of here, you simply just want to come into the corner here and do a jump cam. And this will give you any information on anybody playing close angle, or if anyone's holding long angles back in snowman, up top nest, or if they're playing close gen here holding a close angle. It also gives you a little bit of information if anyone's playing in and around yellow. And now for the last cam, just come over back into this spot, try to find that little sweet spot again right here. And if your team wants to push into mid, this will give them any information if anyone is peeking this window, which is pretty good. And it also holds at the same time if anyone's pushing in behind you guys while you guys are trying to take mid. Now for a more aggressive approach, you want to go and try to get your cam right on this upper part of the snow barrier, just like so. And this gives you a nice little angle on boiler to let your teammates know if there's anyone holding or peeking angles there. So yeah guys, this has been the new and improved Cypher setups on A and B on the map Icebox. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and with the notifications on so you never miss another guide like this again. And leave a comment down below if you guys want to see setups on any other maps. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But without further ado, this has been your boy D-Rose, and I'll catch you guys in a brand new video. Deuces.